Procrastination. Procrastination is from the Latin procrastinare, meaning literally to put something forward, pro, until tomorrow, cras. It carried a similar sense in classical Latin to what it carries in English today. For instance, the Roman orator Cicero, in rebus gerendis tarditas et procrastinatio odiosa est. Among things that need doing, slowness and procrastination are hateful. This strong negative connotation followed the word as it entered English in the mid-16th century, especially in the rhetoric of the church, denouncing sinners for procrastinating their salvation by putting off the repentance of sin to a tomorrow that may never come. And that connotation has endured, even as the predominating value system of the Western world has faded from religious moralism into the ideology of free market capitalism and economic growth. The word continues to imply the blameworthy act of avoiding doing something more important, more productive, more profitable than what you're doing now. But does it have to be such a bad thing? There's been increased pressure of late to make the best of our isolation, to fill the days with productivity and to finally do what you otherwise would not have had the time for. But even if there is something of this kind that you're putting off, maybe it will be better done tomorrow than it would be today. And maybe the most timely thing for this moment is exactly what you're already doing, even if you're not doing anything at all. And if even procrastination isn't enough, you can always perendinate, to put something off until the day after tomorrow. Maybe you're procrastinating by watching this right now. If so, I'm glad you are. Procrastination.
Greetings, class of Earth 2020.
We know you didn't plan to experience your graduation, this pivotal moment confined to your homes.
But sometimes things don't work out the way one foresees them. For instance, we didn't plan to crash land on this planet many years ago.
But even when your plans get abducted, and the future on the horizon is unknown, like an unidentified flying object, you can still adapt and reach your goals.
You are still graduating, and you can still have a commencement speech, even if things seem strange and alien. Did you love what you studied? Was it fun? And if it wasn't, did you learn from what you've done? What does it for you and doesn't?
It may take many tries until you're finally triumphant. It may not be just right until you make some adjustments.
Take it from an alien who's in their late 300s. Human nature's kinda strange, it's just a statement, not a judgment. So if you won't begrudge it, here's advice on how to function. Be kind to people, love them.
All the other stuff is subsequent.
Dance like no one's watching with your friends or when alone. Cause no one probably is unless you're dancing on your phone.
Use your phone, but not too often. Phones are awesome, but the problem is we're called on to be on them even when no one is calling.
Be carefree but not careless.
Be confident but not arrogant. The top is often meritless if there's not someone to share it with. You didn't make this mess, but you inherit it where it is.
Get over embarrassments. Wear underwear that fits. Educate yourself, or you may not find the answer to the question of all questions, but at least you'll find the asker.
Know yourself, control yourself, be your own only master.
Eat a balanced breakfast and wash the dishes after. Know that all you know is that you don't know Socrates. Tell the knowledge from opinion, separate your socks and tees.
Really open that whole chakra, don't just be in Socrates.
And be open with your friends, kick it often soccer teams.
You may seek fame and riches, and comments and follows,
but what those mean today may have no meanings tomorrow. It's not that they're hollow, but when push comes to shove, it's the ones who care for others that get followed in love. Take us to your leader, the leader ecologically thoughtful. Y'all did not cause all the problems, but it's on you to solve them though.
Get us off of the fossil fuels. They're not inexhaustible, and it's not so impossible. So do what you gotta do.
The game that you've been placed in ain't the same as when they went.
Generations played adjacent, made their claim and defaced it.
And you can blame them in your statements, but you can't be complacent. It ain't your crime, but it's your time. The times and climate are changing.
We're not even human.
Didn't plan to be here. You didn't plan a pandemic in your graduate year. We don't have your life,
But we do have your ear.
we do have each other. We don't have to fear. You don't get to walk, but you do get the rest of it.
It's yours even when some unseen forces mess with it.
Your dreams and your being can yet be commensurate. This is your life, your commencement. Commence with it. Take us to your leader. The leader is you. The leader is you. The leader is you. True. This isn't how you planned it, but you'll know what to do. Choose the futures that you're planning soon to graduate to.
But oh, shipmates, on the starboard hand, of every woe, there is a sure delight. And higher the top of that delight than the bottom of the woe is deep. Is not the main truck higher than the kelson is low? Delight is to him a far, far upward and inward delight, who against the proud gods and commodores of this earth ever stands forth his own inexorable self.
Girl, all right, this is the last time that I let motherfucking Corona borrow anything. You know, it all started when I was at the Phoenix, and I found out that they were all out of discount poppers. And I turned around and I looked at her, and she said to me, you know what she said, you know what she said to me, she said.
Bitch, out of poppers? Are you fucking kidding me? I didn't shave my eyebrows off for nothing. I know what's up. Siren posted on Facebook that she got all the poppers 50% off because she was fucking panic shopping. Ugh, that's it. We're going to
break into Siren's house.
shut up.
No, that's what she said. She's legitimately planning a discount poppers heist at Siren's house. I mean, I think the truth is that Siren actually has all of those VHS tapes from the 90s and legitimately uses the stuff to clean the heads of her VHS player.
You gotta be shit.
But, you know, I guess, I mean, she's on a rampage. In any case, she only needs one thing. She asked to borrow it, and I don't have it. So I was just calling to see if maybe you had...
The chrysanthemums? Girl, I haven't seen the chrysanthemums.
No,
She said she was gonna send them to me, so I've been waiting all week long. But you know what? There were some over at what's his name's house? You know the trade she's been seeing. Oh, right, his name was
Dragdoor the Drunken? Yeah, girl, he's got tons of chrysanthemums, okay? Like, his family imports rare flowers. But the last time I did a line of chrysanthemums with him, my asshole did not even open up at all. You know, plus he's just got, like, a really big...
Or at least I thought he did when he gave me these chrysanthemums. But he doesn't love me. He never loved me.
Hi everyone!
I just finished making dinner, and I'm left with all of these food scraps. What should I do with them? I know! I'll compost them! Composting turns organic matter back into soil, and not just any soil, but nutrient-dense, yummy, delicious soil for plants. There are so many ways to make your own compost, especially if you have a backyard. In 2015, New York City launched the Brown Bin program, offering curbside organic waste pickup. It never got to my neighborhood, so I did what many New Yorkers do and store my scraps in the freezer and take them to a drop-off location once a week. Unfortunately, that has all changed. New York City has suspended its composting program, and my freezer is full. When we can't compost, all of our organic waste goes to the landfill, where it decomposes in a way that releases methane. Methane is a greenhouse gas. Oh, Not only are we depriving our soil of the nutrients that compost can give, we are also polluting the air by decomposing the compost in a landfill. Big mistake. Composting isn't just important for plants, it's important for the whole environment. Do the right thing. Sign the petition to save our compost in New York City. Happy composting!
Hello, everyone in social distancing land. My name is Chris Carr, a.k.a. Parnhashnikovsky, a.k.a. Black Kink Man, a.k.a. I have survived 2 assassination attempts, and you are watching the Post Weekly Daily News. In world news, the government has released footage of aliens. I really wasn't ready for this. I actually wasn't prepared. We're still on lockdown from coronavirus. I couldn't be outside to get my butt probed.
Okay, all this free time on my hands, time to finish that screenplay. Which is going to be garbage because you can't write and your dick's small. Sorry. Open the laptop. Okay, close the laptop. Okay, now let your anxiety peak. Okay, here we go. Your mouth's dry, get water. Right. Okay. Instagram first. I don't want to... It may inspire you. Yeah, scroll. Yeah, you like that. You like that, don't you? Okay, time to start. Organize your desk, idiot. Fuck. Here we... go. Existential dread! Jesus Christ, this script isn't even going to be any good. Yes, it will. Oh, thank you. For a little bitch. Okay, yeah, I should have known. Tea! What? Make tea or I'll make you think of your ex. Happy? I'm starting now. No, motherfucker! I'm a savage. Yeah. She was really good to me. Don't forget about that butt. Yeah, I know. Nasty. I just don't get it. I mean, I was good to her. I'm starting. No, asshole. I mean, what the? Oh, God. Get on the floor, you little bitch. You like that, don't you? Christ, stop putting me. Oh, God. Oh, no. Please, God. Stop. Okay. Hello? Here we go. Should probably masturbate first.
US news, there are two different Americas. One where there are a bunch of Greenwich villagers not socially distant, and the cops distribute masks and water and make sure they have a good time. And another America where on the Lower East Side, the cops distribute fines, ass beatings, and they arrest folks. I wonder why these communities are treated differently. What could it be? It's total Yakubery. Keep in mind that a week ago, a bunch of gringos with guns showed up at the door of the governor in the State House of Michigan, and they were lauded as freedom fighters. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? In Georgia, a man was shot for jogging. I'm truly confused. A man was lynched for running? Isn't that one of the only things black people are celebrated about in America? Black people were brought from Africa to America, enslaved. Slave was bred with slave to create the more magnificent slave. Events were created pitting slave versus slave. Bets were placed on the slave's physical prowess, normally based on running. And now this man was gunned down for what? His running scared white people? What doesn't scare white people? They're afraid of black people running. They're afraid of black people waiting. They're afraid of black people sitting. They're afraid of black people with guns, black people without guns. They're afraid of black people getting tickets. They're afraid of black people getting married, black people selling cigarettes, black people social distancing. Oh, I know. They're not afraid of black people staying at home. Unless they're a cop, they're drunk, and they walk into the wrong apartment and shoot an innocent man in his own living room because he's confused for being a burglar.
Hello, my name is Bulk. I'm coming to you here from Portsmouth Bay here in Brooklyn. I am a recently furloughed arm and limb specialist, and I am here to talk to you today about some recent findings. Like many of you, without our usual occupations, I have found myself slipping into an ever-expanding fugue state involving screens and staring into them. Recently, I spent 36 hours combing hungrily and dazedly through scores and scores of House of Yes party photos, stopping only to sob or puke, or both. It was during this episode that I discovered something rather disarming. Look at this photo, for example. Focus on the arms. Look at this hand. Which arms does it belong to? This one? This one? Neither makes sense. And this photograph. This hand. From where? Here? 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 And these. Who is this bird? What exactly was going on in House of Yes in 2019, specifically with the limbs? I'm alarmed. How did these mutations factor into all of this, all the dread and the despair? Were the arms planning it? Were they in on something? Was it the owl? In this 20-part video essay, I will be exploring... I'm sorry, I just noticed how weird my arms are.
The eyes of the future are looking back at us, and they are praying we might see beyond our own time. The eyes of the future are looking back at us, and they are praying The eyes of the future are looking back at us, and they are praying we might see beyond.